After a 3-day search, a 12-year-old boy identified as Aduragbemi Saka was rescued from between the walls where he was trapped. Now, according to residents of Odudua area, Newtown in Ondo State, the boy may have tripped over and fallen into a hole in the wall. Channels Television visited the town to get the true picture. The story has gone viral on the social media for some days with pictures of the rescue mission. According to residents of Akifemi Soye Street, Odudua area, Newtown, Ondo State, the boy, identified as Aduragbemi Saka, is believed to be mentally challenged. Charity Adebayo, a resident of the street, narrates what she knows.
We had a voice speaking that I'm Judah Jikaros, all those stuff. So in the afternoon, the following day, somebody was selling Gary, and the person said, "Bring your Gary, branch to Port Harcourt." We're now like, this thing is getting too much. We now went to ask our neighbor that, who did you put in your house that is disturbing us at night? And our neighbor told us that we should be the one that she has been thinking of coming to ask us. And we discovered that it was just the poor boy that was there.
Mrs. Felicia Olaniyi's food saloon is just behind the wall. She explains that the boy's grandmother has been taking care of him. However, she claims he must have escaped from home.
I asked my neighbors if they were aware of the strange voice within, but they also were confused about what was going on. So we got a ladder to trace where the voice was speaking from and found the young boy where he was stuck. A policeman had to break the wall to rescue him.
This old woman is the prophetess of the church where Aduragbemi was taken for a deliverance session. Mrs. Dorcas Adebayo confirms that the boy, said to be 12 years, was brought in but later taken away by the grandmother. It is not clear where Aduragbemi and his grandmother are at the moment, but what is established is a padlocked apartment said to be their home and now deserted. An incredible story. Now we're crossing over to Abuja now. Here's Ibrahim Adra. Ibrahim.
Many thanks, Ijoma. The Inspector General of Police, Mr. Ibrahim Idris, has read the Riot Act to cattle rustlers and kidnappers, saying the police will enforce all laws aimed at curbing their activities. Mr. Ibrahim shared his optimism that the 27-man committee headed by Assistant Inspector General of Police, Mr. Charles Ogomo, will partner with the police to ensure that cases of cattle rustling are brought to an end.
This committee has been long overdue. There are two issues that challenge us security-wise in this country. That is the issue of kidnapping and the issue of this cattle rustling. And I believe that this afternoon, with the inauguration of this committee, we are expecting to see the end of cattle rustling in this country. This committee is very important because it's a soft approach to our synergy to tackle some of these security challenges in the country. We are talking of the enforcement of laws that will assist us to face these challenges. Of course, it's very important as committee members. You are going to give us, you are going to be coming up with policies and strategies for the police on how we can be able to address some of these cattle rustling issues and how within the 36 state commands we can be able to stamp out cattle rustling in this country.
In the meantime, poverty and illiteracy, which are prevalent in the northern part of Nigeria, have been identified as factors responsible for cases of insurgency in the country. This is according to the governor of Katsina State, Mr. Aminu Masari. He said this while speaking at a public lecture on improving security. The governor called on state and federal authorities to invest more in human capital projects. The northern region of Nigeria has been in the throes of insurrection since 2002, with the northeast states of Borno, Yobe and Adamawa worst hit. This lecture aims to find the root causes of the problem while educating the people on ways to improve security in the region. Governor Aminu Masari of Katsina State says addressing the problem of basic education is a critical step towards checking the menace.
For people to understand and appreciate, they need to have some basic education. Let us go back to the fundamentals. How can we address the fundamental of foundation education, primary education, secondary education?
Representative of Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff, Brigadier General Clement Akpere, says that the army is set to rid the Sambisa forest of the remnants of Boko Haram insurgents.
What we see lately is the rumbling of a dying group. The Nigerian army will in the next few days completely ransack everywhere in the Sambisa forest and elsewhere with the clear aim of the final destruction of the remnant of the Boko Haram terrorists.
A lecturer from the Ahmadu Bello University, Dr. Abubakar Sadiq, is of the view that citizens have a major role to play.
A military approach alone will not solve the problem. You have to mobilize people, Security cannot be left to the military. So people will have to come in terms of information they give, in terms of the organization they put in place in their own place. The excesses of the vigilante group would have to be sorted out, and so many other things.
The Nigerian army is hopeful that the latest offensive by security operatives in the Sambisa forest will clear the area of the remnants of Boko Haram fighters. However, recent cases of suicide bombings in which many people were killed in some states of the northeast are clear signs that the war on terror is yet to be won. A high-powered delegation from the presidency has visited Madagali area in Adamawa State to commiserate with victims of the twin bomb attacks. They also donated drugs and other medical consumables that are in short supply in hospitals where the injured are being treated. Heading the delegation is the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Policy Development and Analysis, Alhaji Ibrahim Bapatel.
The special presidential delegation arrives at the General Hospital Michika at Adamawa State in northeast Nigeria, where victims of the twin bomb explosions are being treated. Members of the delegation, accompanied by the Adamawa State Coordinator of the National Emergency Management Agency, are met by the hospital's principal medical officer, who gave them a tour of the wards where the victims lay. They went round the hospital beds, delivering President Muhammadu Buhari's message of goodwill and prayers for their quick recovery. Residents of Madagali Local Government Council are told that more security personnel will be drafted to the area.
We commiserate with the people of Madagali. He sincerely commiserated with them, and he sent me to condole with them on the situation they find themselves. And he is going to embark on more security. More security will be sent to this area, more vigilance, more and all equipment needed, and all the assistance needed in terms of the manpower to man those areas. I will extend the message that I have gotten, what I have seen here. I will inform the president and see the need of where these people need more assistance.
Medical items were then donated to the hospital to aid the victims' recovery, and on hand to receive them was the chairman of Madagali Local Government Council.
I want to extend our own gratitude to Mr. President for the prompt action taken to send delegation all the way from Abuja to come and commiserate with us upon what happened in Madagali local government. However, we will still solicit from Mr. President for more security and more assistance to people of Madagali local government.
Out of the 79, we lost 5 on admission, and the remaining 1 are responding to treatment.
As members of the delegation leave Madagali, their parting words were that more assistance will be coming the way of the victims through the National Emergency Management Agency.
Well, the news at 10 returns. federal government to release new version of the Nigeria's poverty index in 2018. That's on Business News. Do join us again.